Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today's question is, what would you pay for this breakfast? So you see me here holding a coffee and a pastry. A very nice breakfast indeed. But what would you pay for this breakfast in these three cities, Paris, Berlin or Rome? Which one would be the cheapest? Let's go to Paris. Paris, France. First up, we have a beautiful city, the capital of France, a very romantic city. Of course, you cannot miss the Eiffel Tower when you are in Paris. But let's see, what do we have here for breakfast? So, it looks like I have a pain au chocolate. No, it's actually a croissant. And of course, I have to have my coffee. This is called café au lait. And what is the price of this breakfast? Well, let's take a look. For €50, the price for this breakfast in Paris. And also a fun fact for you about Paris and France in general. Even though croissants are obviously associated with France, they actually originated in Austria. Okay, so now we know the price of this breakfast in Paris. How much would you pay for this breakfast in Berlin? Well, it looks like we travel from one beautiful city to another beautiful city. Now we are in Berlin, Germany. Of course, you cannot miss the Brandenburg Gate when you are in Berlin. But what do we have here for breakfast? Looks like I have my coffee. And now, instead of a croissant, I have a buttered pretzel. It's called Butterbrezel in German. And what is the price of this breakfast in Berlin? Let's take a look. €3.20. So, a little bit cheaper than in Paris. Also, a fun fact about Berlin. Did you know that in Berlin, people often get their breakfast to go? Since many people commute long distances to work, they prefer to buy breakfast on the go and eat it while traveling. All right, so now we have the prices. We know that in Paris, it costs for €50. In Berlin, it costs €3.20. Which city would you guess has the cheapest breakfast? Maybe Rome. Let's travel to a third beautiful city and check it out. So, we are now in Rome, Italy. Of course, you cannot miss the Colosseum when you are in Rome. But let's see what we have here for breakfast. Looks like I have my coffee. And instead of a croissant, I have a cornetto. And of course, we have to have the Italian cappuccino. And what is the price for this breakfast in Rome? Let's take a look. €2.80. The cheapest breakfast out of the three cities. And also a fun fact about Rome. Did you know that in Italy, cappuccino is considered a breakfast drink? And usually after 11 a.m., Italians no longer drink cappuccino. They switch to other types of coffee. And now we know all the prices. Let's put them side by side and make it easier for you. So in Paris, France, this breakfast would cost you for €50. In Berlin, €3.20, and in Rome, €2.80. The cheapest one, can you believe it? It was Rome. I didn't expect that. Which city did you think was the cheapest? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Where should I compare next? Istanbul or Madrid? You decide. See you in the next video. Until then, stay awesome. Bye.